Second Cup, brought to you by the Nickel Plate. Sit, sip, savor, and shop.
Everyone, good morning to you. It's 8 o'clock on the start of a Monday. Glad you're with us. Katie is off. We have Aaron here.
Okay.
A couple of things we want to dig into as you're waking up this morning. Number one.
What's that?
This just came in. Simone Biles falls off the balance beam to cost herself the Olympic medal. She comes up short of an 11th medal, according to the Associated Press. Now, CNN reporting that the Italian won gold in women's balance beam.
Okay.
Simone Biles and Suni Lee failed a medal after falling during their routines. Guys, what is happening?
Oh, no. How wide is that beam? Because I was
Like
watching
maybe
the other day. It's like
a foot, maybe 2 feet?
No, it's got to be
more or less.
Less than that.
Okay. Gosh, I don't know.
John, he's our producer.
Let's Google
He knows
this.
everything. Google. How
wide is the Olympic balance
I'm guessing
beam?
like 5 inches.
4 inches.
2 feet. Oh,
Here I am being so generous.
So 4 inches, and no wonder people fall off of that thing.
A little wider than a credit card, about the length of an iPhone in landscape mode. Wow. Thank you, Google.
Thank you. That is crazy. So she fell off. So she didn't medal, and
Suni Lee.
didn't.
Okay. So, and I'm obsessed with both of them. Like Suni Lee is so cool. She's the one. She battled so much to get to the Olympics. That kidney disorder, and here she is. I mean, she's stronger than she ever has been, and she looks beautiful. And you know what I found out?
What's that?
Her floor music was composed by a woman who was on America's Got Talent.
Oh, really?
Isn't that so cool?
That's pretty cool. So she heard it and was like, I'm going to go with this.
I guess so. I don't know. But I know, Sarah, I know. Barbara says Simone is still the best. I know, the GOAT, but she's human.
Makes mistakes.
Right?
Yeah.
Last week while I was off, and it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I watched the Olympics so much that they do the same floor routine from like the prelims to the finals, semifinals and the finals rather. And I feel like I heard that music the same time every single day. And I was like, this is soothing to my soul right now. I was so sick.
I was on an airplane yesterday all day, so I got to watch a ton of the Olympics.
Isn't it great?
Which was great because it really passed the time. I was like, oh, wow. You're watching it in real time. It's a bummer because the time difference, and sometimes they show the stuff and you already know who won, but it was great to see it. I was really into the table tennis yesterday.
I'm sure of it.
I was like, whoa, look at that. Because you play ping pong in the basement. You're like, doink, doink. These guys are doing crazy things. It was awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so take a look at the medal standing here. So we are in the lead right now with 71 medals. Right. China far behind with 45, though we're tied for exactly. We're tied for first when it comes to gold medals, 19 apiece. Great Britain rounding out the top 5 at 37 medals. But I wonder how Australia is ahead. Is it because they have more gold?
Must be.
Interesting, right?
Yeah, that's interesting.
So it doesn't necessarily go by perhaps medal count, but more on how gold we are.
And France is doing well. I mean, they're hosting the Olympics and they're winning some golds.
Yeah.
It's neat to see. I was watching the biking.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so cool. Just going through. I know Paris is beautiful, but you don't really how often do you see the other parts of it? I'm like, man, every part they're showing is just gorgeous. It was really neat to see.
Leon Marchand, the French swimmer, who's
awesome.
Killing it. I mean, the Olympic crowds are just going wild. I mean, it's so cool to see. Kathy says Peacock shows multi-events at once to pick from. Okay, there you go.
So, yes, but I went on the one day, and it was if you wanted to watch some of the stuff, you had to get the Peacock Plus or something.
Oh, that's annoying.
It was. I was like,
never mind.
Yeah, I mean, we got it because of the Bills games, but I'm not going to keep buying stuff, so I figured I'd find it somewhere else.
Marguerite wondering, did I take off just to watch the Olympics? No, Marguerite. I was actually sick.
Had a tummy ache.
I did. Oh my God, it was much more than that. It was disgusting. Needless to say, you know who has it now?
The one who sits here.
And one other person.
Oh,
Russell Anthony Carigliano is now indeed ill.
Oh, is he ill?
It's
a long-lasting virus.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm going to keep. We need one of those things between
the COVID
us.
dividers. Yeah, I know, Brittany, exactly. Cindy says, I haven't been able. Come on, Cindy. I haven't been able to watch the Olympics. Love hearing about it. Kathy says U.S. women's rugby took bronze. Great.
That was so fun to watch too.
I know. Oh my gosh, it is just.
I didn't get the women's
best.
rugby though, because they would play like in the morning and then they would play again in the afternoon.
Was it a semifinal and a final?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or sometimes, and I was like, my goodness, don't they get to rest? I mean, they're rugby, such a physical sport, and they're just like, all right, here's your Gatorade, and we'll see you in 2 hours for the gold medal match.
Well, I can't wait to see what exactly happened with Samoan. Like, you can watch it live on certain channels, obviously. They'll replay it probably tonight in prime time, which I like.
Definitely will.
Because you'll see the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
But I love watching it live because there's just so much excitement. And that was Friday for me.
That was me watching the 100-meter dash yesterday. Like, who is going to be the world's fastest human?
Right.
And it's like, okay, the race is in 13 minutes. I'm like getting all excited. I'm like, come on, get there. Then they introduce everybody.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, in 9.5 seconds, it's over. And by 0.005 of a second, the guy won. Was it Noah Lyles?
Yeah.
His name? And just going crazy. His mom's coming down. And
Love that.
I was like, this is the best. Yeah.
Marguerite says, Aaron, aren't you glad the Ironman wasn't in the Seine's nasty water?
I thought about that. Yeah. Mirror Lake, nice and clear and clean. These people getting sick, and they train their whole lives.
I know.
And some of them are backing out, and some are getting sick afterward. They showed it yesterday during the cycling, like during the bike, like over it. I was like, that is gross.
Yeah,
they couldn't find one lake where they could like swim so the athletes don't get sick.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Kelsey says the plague hit my house too. Everyone got it but me. My husband lost 8 pounds the one time I won an illness. Girl, no kidding. Let me tell you, there was one day last week. It must have been Wednesday that I got up because I was in bed.
You were trying to come to work.
I was.
Yeah.
It did not work. I was in bed from noon Monday until noon Tuesday. So literally 24 hours. And I think I woke up on Tuesday afternoon, looked in the mirror, and I was like, I look good.
Oh. Yeah, that's quite a diet you had going.
You know that skinny feeling? Oh, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels, is what Katie says.
Oh, that's hilarious. So how do you think you got sick?
I don't know.
No? Okay.
I thought it was food poisoning. I thought it was, then my sisters thought it was sun poisoning. I genuinely don't know.
Sure. Well, you're on the boat with a lot of people over the weekend, right?
Yeah, the kids. And then, you know what? The doctor even said that there's like this stomach bug going around.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So God willing, it gets the hell out of here sooner than later.
Well, here's hoping I missed. I mean, I haven't seen you. And well, yeah, because I was gone Thursday, Friday. And you were gone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we're good.
Connie says, yeah, they thought it was food poisoning when they got it in July. Blah. Kathy says Shakira Richardson took the silver in the 100 dash, just inched out from gold, but still a good run. I saw that.
That was crazy. You know what I like too is when these small nations, like they have like 2 people in the race and they win something. Then they show just everyone, on some island in the middle of nowhere, just going crazy. Like that's neat. Yeah.
So funny. As we talk about food and food poisoning.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that you're eating out lately a lot less than perhaps you were?
Yes, definitely.
Now, obviously not because of food poisoning, but
no.
Maybe because of inflation.
Everything's so expensive.
Right.
Even fast food. We're at the airport and a pizza and a burger was like $44.
Stop it. Like a pie?
My son got a pizza and I was like, oh, maybe he's getting a big one. And it was a 10, it was for him because he's eating a ton, and the water, and that was $23.
Wow.
Then I got a burger with fries and a drink, and that was also $21.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, wow, 44. And then,
well, at the airport too,
I mean, I get at the airport, they have you. I'm hungry.
Right.
What am I going to do? I totally understand that. But then yesterday, Phoenix Airport was we got waffles, and I was like, okay. And that was another, it was like 50, everything, anytime you want something to eat was like $50.
That's
Boom,
insane.
gone. Yeah.
Cindy, I don't like fast order meals. Okay, so listen to this. Some fast food restaurants are losing sales now. McDonald's reported a drop in sales for the first time in 2020. Denny's seeing their sales go down by about 0.5%. Starbucks is seeing a 2% dip. And the reason Denny's CEO says this makes sense is because more people are choosing to cook at home because grocery store inflation is a lot lower than restaurant inflation. Now,
although I think the groceries have been expensive too.
I do too.
Yeah.
Brittany says, we're moving. I've eaten my whole paycheck, but ain't no time to be cooking. Okay, listen to this. Is what Kelsey says. Went to the Nate Bargatze comedy show Saturday night with the Hubs. One damn White Claw was $12. Like a can that you could probably get in a 12-pack for 18 costs 12.
Yep. Yeah.
Marguerite says airport food prices are ridiculous, especially the grab and go.
I mean, I get supply and demand. I understand. And look, you're hungry at the airport. Like, what am I going to do? Especially me. I'm not going to get on the plane hangry.
Yeah, no
so they just have you there. So yeah.
Do you know what I've been doing when I travel? I've been making sure that I pack snacks.
Yeah, we pack some snacks too, but sometimes you just don't want a snack.
Yeah, you want a meal.
You know, I'd want give me the burger with the fries so I can be full, fall asleep, and be okay.
In that food coma.
Yeah. Otherwise, I swear the seats are getting smaller, or my legs are getting longer. I could not fit in the way on the flight.
Julie says everything's overpriced these days. Bentley, good morning to you. I think this is the first time we're hearing from you. Glad you're with us on Second Cup.
Good morning.
I'll eat fast food if I want, which I don't want it often. It's probably once every 2 to 3 months. Okay.
Yeah, I've got to be kind of really super hungry and super jammed for time to so I don't mind getting in for the kids.
Sure. Howard says much cheaper to eat and drink at home. Also better quality, no tipping.
Yeah.
Kelsey says I'm a mom. I've got all the snacks. Lauren says I always have a bag of snacks for the plane since I can't eat airport food. Right. She's gluten-free. She's got that what is it called? Celiac disease.
Oh.
So Lauren is very particular about what she can.
Yeah, and you don't have a lot of options at the airport. It was there was nothing. I mean, there was pizza or there were burgers.
Right. Yeah. Well, and let me tell you, the last thing you want is to get sick at the airport or on the airplane when you're when you gotta go kind of thing.
And the stalls
right.
This, I literally, my head I couldn't fit in it. I'm like, Yeah.
Kim says we went to Ted's Hot Dogs last week. Haven't been there in years. Not bad prices there. Okay,
right, that's fantastic.
Bentley, yes, first time hearing from me. Hope you're having a good morning today, Bentley. We hope you are too. We hope you join us every day on Second Cup. Hey, you know what we forgot, Aaron?
What's that, Edward?
These are our Second Cup mugs, sponsored by the Nickel Plate. And Bentley, you know what? If you're interested, you can go to the Nickel Plate on Clinton Street. 1500 Clinton. Let them know that you are a cuppy, and they'll give you one of these Cuppy Love mugs for free.
That's amazing.
I checked in with Ty last week, who's one of the owners of the Nickel Plate. He said there are about 60 of these left.
Okay.
So get them while you can.
They didn't start with 61, did they?
They did not.
Okay,
they started
good.
with 100, so we're down 40.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
So go and check them out and make sure you're taking a picture with it and send it to us so that we could put it all together.
What's the address
in a montage.
Again?
1500 Clinton. It's where the Clinton Bailey Farmers Market is.
Oh, okay.
They serve lunch and dinner at this point, and hopefully this month, toward the middle or end of this month, they're going to be serving breakfast as well, and we're going to go check them out when they start serving breakfast.
Love it.
Okay. Things are getting too expensive, Ruth says. Okay, totally get it. But hey, this is free.
Just go say you like the cuppies.
Exactly.
You're a cuppy.
All you have to do, walk in, let them know.
I'm going to go over and say I'm a cuppy.
It's awesome. Charlene says Connie should have hers today. Oh, did you send one to Connie, Melly? That's so cool.
Nice.
Kathy got hers. Bentley's going to go check them out. Carol says we were at Ted's for $38, she says, for the three of them. That's not so bad.
That's really not that bad.
No.
I mean, hot dog, fries, drink probably, maybe a snack, maybe 2 hot dogs. That's actually, if you can get 3 people fed for under 40, I would call that a win.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anita also got her cup too, but she says she forgot to take a picture. That's okay.
It's okay.
Lauren says she wore her second cup shirt the other day and used my cup in the same day, and my husband made fun of me. Listen, that's okay. Listen, be a cuppy. Be proud about it. Scream it from the rafters, loud and proud. And Brian's a saint, so I'm sure he didn't actually make fun of you, Lauren.
Yeah, I think it was just in love.
Yeah. Danielle says, I'm jealous I didn't get a blue one. Me and my daughter got the white ones. Yeah, the white ones are what we're talking about here because they say Cuppy's Love on them.
I think the blue ones are just for Katie and Ed.
Yeah. But look at how massive they are. They're huge.
It's a lot of coffee for you.
I know. I could fit my whole body in there. Okay, good, Connie. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad we could remind you. Lauren, oh my gosh, of course he heard you and goes, thank you. My head hurts from rolling my eyes so hard. Peter says we went to the movies last night, saw the new Twister movie. Surprise snack prices weren't as bad as they could have been. Huh. How was that movie?
Yeah.
I wanted to see it.
I don't.
No?
No. I like the first Twister. You know, I don't know if I could go see this one.
Okay.
Is this like a remake or I don't know? On the fence.
Yeah. Speaking of twisters and natural disasters, let's talk about Hurricane Debby that's moving through Florida.
Yeah, Hurricane Debby now still with winds of 75 miles per hour. So it's a minimal hurricane by 11 a.m. The next update will most likely be a tropical storm. It's moving off toward the north-northeast at 10 miles per hour. It's going to move over Georgia and South Carolina and just kind of hang out in those areas over the next few days. So not a good situation there as this storm is going to be moving very, very slowly. That's going to bring a lot of rainfall to northern Florida. Right now, it's to the southeast of Tallahassee. There's that center of circulation to the west of Jacksonville, south of Valdosta, Macon, Savannah, up toward Charleston. Those areas will see a tremendous amount of rainfall today and tomorrow and even into Wednesday. By the middle of the week, though, this storm is going to be pushing up toward North Carolina. So if you have travel plans to the Outer Banks, a lot of Western New Yorkers go to the Outer Banks. It's going to be wet this week, unfortunately, and quite the storm surge to deal with as well. Closer to home, a couple of showers up near the Lake Ontario shoreline, clipping the north towns this morning. And we do have the threat for some severe weather later on today. Chance for showers and storms across the area. Some of the storms could be strong to severe. So heads up on that, especially across the southern tier. And Kimberly just landed in Fort Myers with lots of water in the area. Yeah, Fort Myers and Naples, they had a ton of rain over the weekend, and they're on the southern edge of that storm. So that storm's going to continue to move away from South Florida. Orlando got a lot of rainfall as well. We saw a couple of flights canceled, yes. But it's really going to impact Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Valdosta, Savannah, that area over the next few days.
Now, you were also talking about the possibility of severe weather here in Western New York. So what are we talking about, and what's that actual threat?
So this afternoon, the threat is real, especially across the southern tier. The yellow right there, that is a slight risk for severe storms. Main threat would be damaging winds with some of these storms. Buffalo, Dunkirk, Niagara Falls, Lockport. You folks have a marginal chance for severe weather. So the higher chance would be in the areas shaded in yellow. Will Angola have rain today? Certainly could see some storms across southern Erie County today. And some of the storms could be strong to severe. I think the best chance for storms in Angola would be after around 2 or 3 p.m.
Good morning to you, Carla. Watching and enjoying you both. Home is Venice, Florida, and the rain is relentless, she says.
Oh, thanks for the update from Venice. So yeah, it's probably a bit windy there as well, I would assume. But at least the storm in Venice, like, it's moving to your north. So that's some good news.
Aunt Sue is with us in Cape Coral, Florida. So a lot of rain and wind, some flooding, a lot of flooding in Fort Myers Beach is what she says.
Yeah, you saw a lot of the new buildings that were built from when Hurricane Ian hit 2 years ago. We're now dealing with the flooding as the next tropical system moves in.
Well, listen to this. So my aunt lives in South Florida. My mom weighing in here saying that my Aunt Ellie was hunkered down in her closet because of tornadoes that were moving through South Florida the other day.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's crazy.
Tornadoes are very common.
Are they really?
Yeah. In the northeastern quadrant of hurricanes, tropical storms, they're pretty common. So with the storm kind of going to the south, that would make a lot of sense. They had tornado watches and warnings in South Florida.
Okay, so put our minds at ease, Aaron, here, because the last time we saw a tropical storm or a hurricane, it was Beryl, right?
Yeah.
And so we saw what happened here in Western New York with the remnants of Beryl. So anything like that, a feasibility?
Right now, over the next several days, this is going to hug the coast.
Okay.
So this is not going to be an issue for us unless you're traveling anytime soon. But these systems need to be watched. A large system like this, hurricane, tropical storm, tropical depression, they can have a mind of their own. We have that cone where you think the storm's going to go. And sometimes, toward the end of a 5-day forecast, that cone gets huge. But I was looking at the long-range weather and taking it right through the end of Friday, that system is still along the eastern seaboard.
Okay, good to know. Shonda says, oh, Nelly, driving to the Florida Keys, leaving Wednesday, staying overnight in Columbia, South Carolina. Sounds like you're going to be hitting it.
Yeah, you're going to be driving into the rain, but the Keys should be fine. But if you're staying in Columbia on Wednesday, just, track their local weather, because it could be could be wet.
Kathy says, I'll take Western New York weather any time of the day. Love our 4-season weather.
Yeah, a little humid today, but I tell you, Wednesday, Thursday, first days of the fair.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
Perfect weather for that.
We should mention that we are the official weather station of the Erie County Fair. So starting on Wednesday, Josh is going to be out there tracking the 7 weather forecast for us. And you're mentioning ahead of the fair that it's going to be a really great day.
Yeah, so he'll be there giving you the currents and the fair forecast for Wednesday, Thursday. Is he going Friday too?
We'll
figure it out.
TBD.
Yeah. Yeah, so he'll be there, hopefully, with some animals too. And we're the official fair forecast station. So we'll be issuing that every day. And I can tell you right now, Wednesday and Thursday looking very nice. Even Friday and Saturday, just a slight chance for a shower. So it'll be rather pleasant for the fair. I know a lot of people don't like the heat or humidity, and it should be great. For the middle and end of this week. Ooh, Eden Corn Festival yesterday was hot. Yeah, we hit 86 yesterday. Phoenix, you're on the tarmac, and they're like, close the windows, it's going to get hot. And I went into the jetway. I was expecting like this furnace. It wasn't that bad.
That's good.
It was hotter in the Buffalo jetway with the humidity.
Wow.
It was toasty. It was interesting.
That's kind of what Peter was saying. I can't stand the humidity. I feel like a rotisserie chicken at a Kenny Rogers barbecue restaurant. That's so funny. So I went to the Eden Corn Festival on Saturday night with Russell. We got some delicious corn there.
The corn this year is amazing.
It was phenomenal. And like when you bite into this, I don't know whether it was the butter or just the fact that it's a sweet ear of corn.
Okay.
It was just delectable.
Yeah.
Exactly, Kathy. Here's the thing. I felt so good about going to the fair because there were so many opportunities to really help the people from the tornadoes in Eden. And everywhere you look, there was a QR code or a way to send a Venmo donation or whatever it was at the Corn Festival stand.
Look at that.
Yeah. Any tips that they got went to the donation fund. So I thought that was pretty cool. The Eden firefighters were there working really hard.
They dip the corn like in the butter. And and you salt it. Oh, it's so good.
It was great.
Everyone's got corn in their teeth.
Also, you know what? Connie can't wait to get it. They had a Dippin' Dots stand. Do you know what Dippin' Dots is?
A little ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember how they called it the ice cream of the future 30 years ago?
Is the future now?
I don't know. Like, how much further into the future do we have to get before it becomes the ice cream of the future?
I totally remember that. You're absolutely right.
I've wondered this for so many decades now.
Nobody there can answer your question?
Well, I mean, like the guy, he's just working the stand.
He's like, dude, I just got hired for today.
Right, he's like,
do you want one or two?
Simmer down, Dranch.
Am I going to be on first cup? Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Kathy says, you don't need to butter the corn. It's so sweet by itself.
True. You don't need to, but I love it.
And then Aunt Sue says, we'll be in New York on Friday, bringing corn back to Florida.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, Anita says, boba, the raspberry boba was fantastic. And then Bentley wonders, does the Eden Corn Festival accept cards or cash only? I think they were accepting both. And some places you could even just Venmo, which I thought was super smart.
That's super smart. Back to the airport, they like no cash signs. I'm like,
wow.
Well, that's okay. Good thing I got my credit card. But, I still carry it and I do use the stuff, but it's getting harder and harder to use cash, which I think is crazy, mind-blowing.
Well, cash is king too, right? Is what they say. I mean, I had about $50 in my wallet the other day at the Eden Corn Festival and came home with about 10. So I was pretty proud of myself.
Oh, nice job. That's a lot of corn you ate.
Yeah, corn. We also had chicken there. I mean, so it was really kind of among my first meals that I had in a week.
Oh, that's
so
right.
I was like,
sick all week.
Yeah, so I wanted something really light. So I got one of those chicken barbecues.
Nice.
So good. Oh my gosh, right. This is also so funny. Russ's grandma is in the Eden Heights nursing home.
Okay.
They were in the parade yesterday.
Oh, that's so cool.
Isn't that so cute?
That's
so funny.
Cool.
Barbara says there's a place for Dippin' Dots, fairs, and ball games. Otherwise, old-fashioned ice cream. There you go. Listen, we got to get the show back on the road, back on TV. So thank you so much for being with us on Second Cup. Glad to have you along for the ride.
Thanks, Edward.
And we'll see you on TV and right back here tomorrow morning. Have a great day, everyone.